everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me tonight. This is going to be a moon reading for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the new moon in Taurus, which is happening today, May 11, 2021. So we want to look at what sort of influences, what kind of energies are moving around for the water signs during this period of this new moon. The next lunar event is rather exciting. It's going to be a lunar eclipse on May the 26th. So let's see between now and then what is happening for our water signs. Sort of like a bridge until that eclipse, which is going to could shift a lot of things around. Oh, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay, so water signs could be dealing with a water sign or an air sign. Water signs. Sorry, Marie, calm down. Come on. Lots of interesting energy here. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. What is blocking this Wheel of Fortune from flowing smoothly? What is causing us some hiccups here in this Wheel of Fortune? Ooh, cards flying everywhere. Ooh, Judgment. Oh, what's going on, water sign? You are feeling like something is blocking your ability to transition into the pathway forward. And it's a sense of judgment. It's this mental sword you're carrying on your shoulder where there's sort of this sudden change that you've had to prepare for. A sudden life change cycle that you are challenged by. Very consistent here. Knight of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Judgment blocking the Wheel of Fortune. What's it? Okay, because you're heading into something completely unfamiliar. You're heading into something completely unfamiliar. There was a sudden change to the pattern of your life, and that you needed to sort of prepare for it suddenly, and you're sort of judging it, judging yourself, judging the experience. You're not accepting it. In the past, there was sort of a situation where you needed time to develop something in order to bring it into fruition. And so maybe something suddenly shifted with that. Maybe there was a sudden shift in this thing that you'd been developing in the past. You had been sort of taking time. You were a leader here, and or you were working very closely with a leader. You had a lot of intuitive sort of imagination at this time. And in the future, it's become more of a mental game. You've had to become almost aloof, or you're going to have to sort of become almost aloof and have very strong convictions, very high ideals, and you will. You're not going to feel challenged. Your future sort of energies from this cycle of the new moon suggests that you're going to be able to take that Knight of Swords energy, right? Where you've got, I love the Knight of Swords because it's all about something sudden changing. And you're going to change, you're going to shift with it. Right now you're feeling challenged because you're sort of in your head about all of this. Yeah, Queen of Wands in reverse is your inner story dialogue. So your inner story dialogue is that I can't be self-sufficient. I don't have an enriched life. My sense of pleasure is gone. I don't, you've got the feminine energy is challenged mentally right now for you. You're in your general sort of outlook on the situation, on the unfamiliar. You're feeling the challenge. You're feeling it to the core of your creative and sensual side, more so than creativity. The sensuality, the side of you that experiences pleasure and enrichment and nourishment and self-sufficiency is challenged right now. Now, how are you presenting in the outer world? Yeah, this came up when I was shuffling before the reading, moon card in reverse. So other people are seeing you as sort of being challenged by the unfamiliar, which you are. So you're reading congruent at least, right? What's going on the inside is showing on the outside. But, the final outcome for you isn't necessarily this picture. This seems like a transition, and it's interesting. I said that as I was introducing the reading. It's a bridge. This is a transition from here, from the new moon, to transition you into that eclipse, right? Which is going to be in a full moon. So you've got the moon here. It's just in reverse right now because you need this new moon energy, which you can see the new moon here in the Eight of Cups. So it's very interesting. The present and the future are aligning in your reading with the moon cycles, at least. So once we get you to a place, yes, High Priestess, again, see there's that new moon under her foot. She has control over her intuition. That's almost the thing you long for and fear, isn't it, water sign? You long for that ability to sort of be in connection with your intuition and know your feminine truth. Like we said, this, it's a queen here. We've got the High Priestess. Your feminine energies are the thing that challenge you, but it's your hope and your fear that you'll be able to master them one day. Sort of getting a grip on that aspect of yourself is sort of, Queen of Cups in reverse. So your final outcome is going to sort of leave you wondering about how to manage your intuition. Okay, you got the moon in reverse, the Queen of Cups in reverse. Your mental strength is going to be at an all-time high. But where you're going to need to pay attention and where you're going to need development, water signs, ironically, is in the field where you should be the most comfortable. Your cups, your intuitive abilities, your emotionality. Because yes, you're completing out a cycle. You're completing out a cycle. You've got the World card upright and the Wheel of Fortune card in reverse because you're judging yourself. So you're on a cycle here where you're completing something, and yet the Wheel of Fortune is trying to turn for you, but you're judging the process, or you're judging yourself or the circumstances. And it might be because you're heading off into a new perspective where you've had a sudden shift. And it's almost like you've got this idea, don't shoot the messenger. Some people don't like this expression, but you've almost got a woe is me attitude right now. You're really sitting in the victim pool, and that's okay. Sometimes you need to splash around in there for a bit until you get it out of your system, and then you keep fighting, right? Which you will. You're the Queen of Swords, for goodness sakes. Like you're just, you've got a challenged Queen of Rods here, or Queen of Wands. So she doesn't feel particularly enriched or self-sufficient or sensual or connected, right? But the Queen of Swords at least is going to come in and be an unswayable, immovable, very strong and aloof character that has very high ideals and conviction and knows herself very well. So, and then the trick will be for you, water sign, is to get comfortable with trusting your intuition and mastering your sense of your empathic abilities, your intuition, your sense of knowledge that goes beyond, right, this realm. That's going to be what needs to come online for you, and perhaps that's what's coming for you in the lunar eclipse, which is coming up again, like I said, on May 26th. So let's see what the storytelling oracle cards say about this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. All these cards want to come and talk to us. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yes, you're awakening. Your consciousness is awakening. Right now you're feeling really polarized, right? We got the Judgment card and polarized, but your consciousness is awakening. You're still a bit closed off to the idea of communicating or speaking. Blue, we've got all of these throat chakra cards, right? Listening and talking, listening to your higher self and speaking your truth is where you're feeling blocked. Your correspondence to the universe right now is sort of like I said, that, woe is me, I'm a victim. We have to watch that because you're actually closing things off. You're trapping yourself. There may be something in this process, this sudden shift may have brought up unhealed inner child wounds of, may have really triggered things for you, water sign. And, but, mentally, you're good. You're very sharp mentally. It's going to be looking at your inner riches from an emotional level and not taking any shortcuts. Sort of being present mindfully throughout this process and opening up, right? You've got closed as sort of where you're at. And then the inner riches card, which suggests that everything you need is already within you. You don't need to look for it in the external world. And you have to tap into this intuition. Another card suggesting the intuition needs to be consulted here. And you need to open up. You need to open up. See, again, lots of blues, lots of lavenders here, suggesting the same cards: the third eye, the throat chakra, you know, the crown chakra. You need to tap into that element of yourself. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that, water signs. Thank you for joining me. I hope I see you again for some more readings real soon. Okay, take care.